The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, The Planet Man. Far out in space, Dantro, the Planet Man, and Pat, the beautiful daughter of Professor Darrow, are speeding toward Mars, where they will try to aid the Martian underground in revolt against the evil ruler of Mars, Marston. Even now, Marston is assembling a space armada to attack the Earth. Alone in his huge throne room, he is talking to Fema, his pet flying Martian cobra, and the only living thing he trusts.
So, Fema, my deadly friend, the solar system will learn what it means to thwart Marston of Mars. That's right. We'll crush them all beneath our rays. Wipe out Planaria Rex and all those tender-hearted fools. First we'll take the Earth, then Venus, then the moons of Saturn. Mercury we'll keep till last. And that great hero, Dantro, Planet Man, they call him. He'll be a sorry hero when we finish with him, Fema? Any moment now, my ships will intercept him in space, and I'll have him where I want him. We'll feed him to the Marlions, and the girl, too. After we've learned what we need to know to conquer the Earth. Maybe I'll let you have a little fun with them then. Hey, would you like that, Fema?
Another 2 hours should put us on Mars.
What's that? Are there meteors in our path?
No, they can't be meteors. They just changed direction, and meteors would stay in one path. There's only one thing they can be. Marston's patrol.
Can we fight them?
If I were alone, I'd take the chance. But with you along, I'm afraid we'll have to surrender if they attack us. I just can't risk your life.
But the whole solar system is at stake.
I'm sorry, Pat. There. They're sending us a message.
You are on the province of Mars. Cut your drive. We're coming aboard. Cut your drive immediately, or we'll ray you out of space.
All right. I'm cutting my drive. Don't fire. Pat, don't say a word. Let me handle them. They're right alongside. Well, here comes the welcoming party.
Surrender in the name of Marston, ruler of Mars.
We surrender. What do you want with us?
Marston will tell you himself, but I'm afraid you're not going to like it. All right, get ahead of me and no tricks. My needle ray is set at full charge, and I just love to use it.
Slats. Oh, Slats, come over here. Well, how are things going? I see they've left you here, Slats, with the old men and the children, while they went off somewhere to claim all the glory.
Look, I told you before, it doesn't matter what you say. They're my friends, and I trust them. They won't leave me out of anything good.
Oh, you're so blind. Do you think they even think about you? You've served your purpose.
They'll be back.
I happen to know they'll never be back.
What are you talking about?
I've said enough. This is your last chance. Come over with us, and when Marston conquers the Earth with your help, he'll make you his governor. All the Earth will be at your feet. Just think of what you'll be able to do then.
Well, I don't know. Are you sure it's safe?
Safe? It's certain. Now, are you with us?
By gosh, you're right. I took as much chance as they did, and they'll get all the glory. Okay? Count me in.
Dantro, the Planet Man, and the Earth Girl are here.
Bring them in. Well, Dantro, I've waited a long time for this, but it was worth waiting for.
What did you want with us, Marston? Why did you bring us here?
That's funny. What do I want? I want to rule the solar system, and by the moons of Mars I shall, and you too shall help me.
You must be mad. We'll never help you.
Listen to them, Fema. Brave, aren't they? But enough conversation. I'm afraid we'll have to give you a little demonstration of our skill at torture. What is this? Probably a message from our representative on Planaria Rex. Yes, what do you have to report from that nest of fools?
I have great news, O Marston. The Earthman Slats has joined forces with us. Even now, he is on his way to you.
Oh, that kind of news I like. Well, Fema, now no one will stop us. What do you think of that news, Planet Man?
I don't believe it.
It's some trick. I know Slats wouldn't betray us. He'd die first.
Someone will die, but not him. He should be here soon, and then I won't need either of you. We'll try your courage against our hungry pack of Marlions. Take them to the dungeons until I'm ready to see them beg for mercy.
Marston seems to have all the cards. Dantro and Pat at his mercy. Slats on his side. His space armada assembling for an assault on unsuspecting Earth. We'll be back for more thrills in a moment. So level off. With Dantro the Planet Man and Pat locked away in a dungeon, Marston of Mars is free to proceed with his plans to conquer Earth. Now he is talking to Slats, another member of the Earth crew, who appears to have betrayed his friends and joined forces with Marston. Listen.
Hey, look out.
Don't be frightened, Earthman. That's Fema's way of showing how much she loves you. Fema loves all those who help Marston in his plans. But take care. If ever you betray me, Fema will know it, and her fangs carry a poison so deadly that just a drop of it on your skin and you die in seconds. Seconds of great agony.
What do you mean, betray you? We have a deal, haven't we? I'm a man of my word.
A man who will sell out his friends can never be trusted. I am not interested in your word. Be warned. I am no fool.
Okay. Now, what were we talking about?
About my plans to conquer the Earth. You must tell me what defenses they have. And be sure of what you tell me, for I shall hold you personally responsible for any mistakes.
Well, there's one thing I want you to promise me before I tell you anything.
What is that?
You've got to promise me that the Planet Man and Pat are kept under wraps. I can't afford to take any chances either.
But I have already told you. They are deep in the dungeons where they can never get free until I am ready to dispose of them.
I want to see them.
Very well. But I warn you again. If this is some kind of trick, you will die in agony.
Gee, you're certainly hard to live with. Let's go.
Pat, there's something I'd better tell you.
We're in real danger, aren't we, Dantro?
Yes, Pat. There's no sense in pretending. We're in a tight spot, and I haven't the faintest idea of how we can get out.
What do you think Marston will do to us?
Well, that depends on Slats. You know him better than I. Do you think he'd really sell out?
An hour ago, I'd have staked my life on his loyalty to Father, me, and the kids. Now I'm beginning to wonder. If Marston wasn't sure of getting the information about Earth somewhere else, he certainly wouldn't leave us here. He wasn't just threatening about the torture. He really meant it.
That's what bothers me.
What are those Marlions he talked about? Are they animals?
They may sound like your Earth lions, but they're as different from them as a house cat is from an enraged panther. No one's ever beaten one without a ray gun. And even then, they can take a full charge for minutes before it has any effect.
Then there isn't a chance.
There's only one real defense against them. Here on Mars, there's a rare flower, the scent of which somehow throws them into a trance. No one dares enter the jungles of Mars without it. If we could only get some of its perfume...
We might as well wish for a spaceship, too. There's just about as much chance. Shh, what's that? Someone coming?
Yes. There's a light coming down the stairs. I can just about see them now.
What? It's Marston. And it's Slats.
Oh, no. Slats.
Well, now do you believe me? Look at them, like two rats in a trap.
Oh, Slats, I just can't believe you would do a thing like this. What's happened? Did they hypnotize you or something? How could you join forces with this madman?
Madman, is it? Yes, mad to rule the solar system. But why waste my time with you? All right, Slats, my fellow conqueror. Now let us go and discuss plans for the Earth.
Just one thing first. I never liked that stuffed shirt Dantro. I'd like to give him a little souvenir. Come here, you.
Don't do it, Dantro.
I'm not afraid of anything the traitor can do. What do you want?
Oh, you rotten coward. You wouldn't dare do that if these bars weren't between you and Dantro.
Yeah, that's what I like to see. Real friends, aren't you? Just wait until tomorrow when those two face the Mar Lions. You'll really enjoy yourself.
Pat and Dantro seem to be facing certain death. What will be their fate when they meet the Mar Lions? We'll return in a moment. But now, here is a message the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, the Planet Man. When we left Dantro, the Planet Man, and Pat Darrow, daughter of Professor Darrow, the leader of Earth's first flight into space, they were imprisoned in the dungeon of Marston, the ruler of Mars. Dantro and Pat have just been confronted by Slats, engineer of the Earth's crew, who appears to have betrayed his friends and joined Marston's foul plan to conquer the Earth. Dantro is speaking.
Pat, I'm worried. The fate of the solar system lies in the hands of that fiend Marston and our friend Slats. If something isn't done, the planets will be plunged into a war that will destroy civilization. You can't imagine the weapons that have been developed. Bombs that can wipe out a sun, tractor beams that can pry a planet out of its orbit, rays that can reduce 100 miles of living Earth to a desert in seconds.
If only we could get out of here. Maybe we could contact the Martian underground and do something. But there doesn't seem to be any way.
I'm afraid not, Pat. Say, what's that on the floor? It's a small bottle. Look, there's a note written on the paper it was wrapped in.
What does it say? Who could have put it here?
Well, I can't believe it. It's from Slats. And it says, "Don't worry, everything is going to work out. The bottle has a scent that will stun the Mar Lions. As soon as they're knocked out, run to the door of the arena. A guide will meet you there and lead you to safety. Keep a stiff upper lip." Well, I understand everything except that part about my lip. Is that code or something?
No, Dantro. That's just Earth slang, and it means to have courage. Oh, that Slats. I knew he wouldn't sell out to a madman like Marston.
Don't build up your hopes, Pat. We're not out yet. We've got a long ways to go. But we've got to get out. We've got to.
Well, Earthman, what do you think of my little show? Do you have anything on Earth to match it? Look at those Marlions. They'll teach that planet man Dantro and the Earth Girl to leave Marston alone.
You mean you're really going to turn those beasts loose on the people?
Not on people, just on my enemies. Guards, bring in Dantro and the Earth Girl.
You're really going to do it?
Of course. You did not think Marston made empty threats, did you? If so, you're due for a surprise.
I'm not the only one.
What did you say?
I was thinking about Dantro.
Well, he hasn't much more time to live. Here they come now.
Well, here we are, Pat, ready to give Marston and his stupid puppets their biggest show. This is going to be a tricky one, Pat. We'll have to wait until the Marlions are almost upon us and then spill the liquid in this bottle into the sand at our feet. It evaporates and becomes a gas almost immediately. But if we move too quickly, it will blow away before it can affect them. Our timing must be just right.
Look, they're opening the gate at the other end of the arena. Here come the Marlions. Oh, Dantro, what horrible-looking beasts.
Remember what Slat said, Pat. Keep a stiff upper lip. Stand here next to me. They haven't seen us yet, but they will any second. And then they'll charge. Ready?
I'm ready. There's the door we're supposed to go to. I hope there's no slip-up.
Look out. Here they come.
It will be all over in a minute, my friend. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. I've waited to get Planet Man for years. I've dreamed about it at night, and now I have him.
Look! The Marlions are stopping. They're lying down.
Something has gone wrong. Someone has helped them. No, they must not escape death. I've waited too long for this. They're getting away. Guards! Guards!
This way, Pat. Hurry, they'll be after us any minute. Through the door and down this tunnel. There'll be someone waiting at the end.
Don't worry about me. I'm with you.
Turn here. They're right behind us.
Did you see the guy that Slat said would be here?
He should be right at this turn. Something must have gone wrong. We have no time to look for him. Come on, Pat.
Do you know where we're going?
What's the difference as long as we get away? If they catch us again, they won't bother with Marlions. They'll ray us down in our tracks.
What's that up ahead? It looks like daylight.
It is, Pat. That's the jungle that surrounds this palace.
Well, let's head for it. They'll never find us there.
We have no choice. But we may be worse off in that jungle than we were in the arena. There are things out there that even the Marlions fear. But there's nothing else we can do. Come on, Pat. Out we go.
For the moment, it appears that Dantro and Pat have escaped from Marston. Now they face the unknown of the celestial world, the fearful jungle of Mars. We'll be back in a moment. So level off. When we left Dantro and Pat, they were heading into the Martian jungle. This area of Mars is one of the most feared places in the solar system. Its dangers and mysteries have brought death to many an adventurer. At this moment, the entire planet of Mars is in a state of extreme tension. Everyone is in fear of his life because Marston is determined to seek out the one person who planned the escape of Dantro and Pat from certain death in the Marlion arena. As we look into the chamber of Marston, we hear his mad tirade as he attempts to find the one who betrayed him.
I brought you here because one of you has betrayed me. I'm going to find out who it was, and then I'll show you what happens to those who serve me badly. It must have been one of you guards. No one else had a chance to reach them in the dungeon. No one else. No. Wait a moment. There was one other. That Earthman Slats. It could have been Slats. I was suspicious when he insisted on being taken to them. Bring him here. Bring the Earthman here.
You looking for me?
Yes, traitor, I am looking for you. See him, Fema? That is the one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the bottle you gave the Planet Man and the Earth Girl when we saw them in the dungeon.
Bottle? What bottle? You're making a mistake.
Don't pretend ignorance. You don't fool me for a minute. Guard, tie him to the table. Tie him well. I want to watch him when he squirms under the nerve whip.
What's a nerve whip?
The nerve whip flays every nerve in the body. But you will have the pleasure of learning that for yourself. Enough conversation. Give him a taste of the whip.
Marston! Marston! We've just captured one of the underground. He must have been the one who helped the prisoners. He was hiding in the tunnel under the arena.
So, bring him in. We will soon find out. Untie the ropes there. But don't let the Earthman get out of your sight. I still suspect him of some trickery. Now for you. Who helped in this? Speak up.
There seems to be something wrong with him. He was all right when we brought him in. Here, you. Come on, get up. All right. Open your eyes.
Put him on the table. Put him on the table. Give him the nerve whip. That will wake him up.
No. Will do no good, Marston. He's dead.
Dead? Dead? How can he be dead? I must know who his accomplice was. I tell you, he must not be dead.
It is useless. Here is the vial of poison he had hidden on him. He can do you no good.
Get out! Get out, all of you! I will do it alone. Always alone. I can trust no one, depend on no one. I will conquer the solar system alone.
Stay close to me, Pat. Watch out.
Oh, what a strange-looking hole. Did some animal make it?
Well, I don't know what you'd call it back on Earth, Pat. It's a cross between an animal and an insect. It has glands that make a liquid which dissolves almost anything it touches. We call them slugs. They've been known to eat right through the foundations of an entire city.
Or do they attack people?
Not unless they're cornered. But if you were to step or fall into one's den, it would spray you with its deadly fluid before you could move.
Ooh, that's a pleasant thought.
That's why I told you that we might be safer with the Marlions. There are beasts in this jungle that have never been captured, but no one ever tries. No one's ever been through here.
Where are we going?
Our only chance is to get through to a clearing somewhere.
Do you know the way?
I think I do, but I'm not sure. When we flew over the jungle on the way here, I saw such a clearing. I memorized its position. I hope I'm right. We haven't much time.
We aren't being followed by Marston's men anymore. What do you mean?
It's not Marston's men I'm worried about. It's the Martian mindless men I fear.
Mindless men?
That's right, Pat. Mindless men. They're outcasts from the mines. Here on Mars, there's a priceless metal. But in its raw state, it gives off fumes that destroy men's minds. It's dug by slaves of Marston who are thrown into the jungle when they've been driven mindless. They become like insane beasts, and they hunt in packs. Even the Marlions fear their fury. If we're ever attacked by them, I'm afraid we'll never escape.
Can't we go any faster?
We'll try.
This is Marston receiving on Secret Channel 5Q. What about Professor Darrow? Have you convinced him to join us? No? Well, kidnap the children. Bring them here. With them in our hands, Professor Darrow will sing a different tune. Get them here by tomorrow, and do not fail me.
Will Marston's plan to kidnap Billy and Jane succeed? What is happening to Dantro and Pat in the darkest jungle of Mars? We'll return in a moment. But first, here is a message that the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. The Planet Man. This is the fascinating story of Dantro, the Planet Man, troubleshooter for the League of Planets organization, the law enforcement body for peace and justice in the celestial world, whose headquarters and center of operations are situated on the capital of all the planets, Planaria Rex. From Mercury to Pluto, wherever danger threatens the universe, you will find Dantro, the Planet Man, fighting for fair play. In a moment, The Planet Man. As you will recall, Dantro the Planet Man and Pat the Earth Girl were deep in the unexplored jungles of Mars, fleeing from Marston, ruler of the Red Planet. Back in his palace, Marston has just given the order to his representative on Planaria Rex to kidnap Pat's cousins Billy and Jane as hostages to make their uncle, Professor Darrow, help Marston conquer the Earth. As we see Dantro and Pat, they are now racing against time to reach safety and thwart Marston's foul plans.
In another few minutes, we should reach that group of ruins. Can you hold out, Pat?
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be right behind you.
Good girl.
Dantro, wait. I think I saw something move ahead there on the left.
Better keep our voices low.
You don't mean it.
Yes, I do. It's one of the mindless men, and I told you they hunted in packs. There must be more of them about, unless I miss my guess. They're all around us.
If they're surrounded, we can't even run.
That would be the worst thing we could do. Perhaps if we just go on and pretend not to see them, we can make the ruins before they close in. Stay close to me and try not to seem frightened.
Don't worry. You couldn't lose me now if you wanted to. Besides, there's something I don't understand.
What's that?
If their minds have been destroyed, how can they know enough to hunt in packs, to surround us? Why don't they just attack?
They'll attack soon enough, and when they do, they never stop.
Ooh, what's that sound? It's horrible.
It means they're closing in. There's nothing to do now but run for it. I think I can see the ruins up ahead. Hurry.
I'm running as fast as I can, but I can't last much longer.
Hang on. Look out, Pat. This hole.
No!
Guard, has the ship from Planaria Rex landed yet?
Yes, Marston. It landed a few minutes ago.
Have the two hostages brought here at once. Well, Fema, my ugly one, our plans proceed, huh?
The Earth children are here, Marston.
Hey, don't push her. That's my sister.
Quiet. You're in the presence of the ruler of Mars. Be respectful.
Who, him? Oh, then you're the one who's responsible for us being brought here. You better send us back to Planaria Rex or there's going to be trouble.
Shh, Billy. You shouldn't be so fresh.
Your little sister speaks well, Brat. Hold your tongue, or you will regret it.
You don't scare me, and neither does that snake with wings on your shoulder. What do you want with us anyhow?
I am not in the habit of confiding my plans to children.
Billy, I'm not afraid. Don't get him angry.
Don't worry, Jane. He wouldn't dare hurt us. Dantro would make him sorry he was alive.
Guard! Silence that brat.
You leave my brother alone, you big bully.
Unless you want the same treatment, hold your tongue. As for your precious planet man, neither you nor anyone else will ever see him or the Earth Girl again. They've gone into the jungles that surround this palace, and no one has ever come out alive.
Oh, Billy, did you hear that? He's saying that Dantro and Pat are dead. I don't believe it.
Guard, enough of this. These two brats annoy me with their stupidity. If this is a sample of the Earth's young, we're going to have to teach them obedience when we have conquered their planet. Take them away.
Shall I put them in the dungeons, Marston?
Dungeons for those two? Why waste the time? Just put them somewhere where I can't see or hear them. Children bother me. And guard, send my admirals in. I'd better see how my space armada is coming along. If I leave it up to their stupidity, something is certain to go wrong. They should have had a fleet assembled long ago.
Yes, Marston. Come along, you two.
Hey, let go!
Billy, are you all right? Did he hurt you?
I'm all right. That big dummy couldn't hurt me. If I wasn't worried about you, I'd have given him something to remember.
I'm glad you didn't. It wouldn't do any good, Billy.
Say, that clock sure ticks in a strange way. Maybe it needs some oil or something.
Never mind the clock. We'd better start thinking of Dantro and Pat. Do you believe what Marston said?
Gee, I don't know what to think. Something must have happened to Dantro and Pat. But maybe they're just waiting for the right time to strike.
I hear someone coming.
Kids, it's me, Slats. Are you okay?
What are you doing here?
We're glad to see you.
Now, one at a time and keep your voices down. If I'm caught talking to you, it'll mean more trouble for all of us.
How did you get here?
That's a long story, and there isn't time to tell it now. The important thing is to help you two escape somehow.
Where are we?
This is an old chronometer room in the palace. It may give us the break we need. Now, if you were down in those dungeons, I'd never been able to work anything.
Do you think you can do it?
Not right away. I'll have to figure things out, but I'll manage somehow.
What about Pat and the Planet Man? Are they dead?
I hope not, Jane. There's a slim chance they may come through the jungle all right. I'd better get going now before somebody comes by here. You keep your chins up. I'll get you out.
Don't worry about us. We're not afraid of that ugly Marston or his pet. I've seen uglier things in comic books.
Good boy. So long now.
Slats seems to have found a way of getting around Marston's headquarters to help his friends. Can he get Billy and Jane out of the grasp of Marston? Is Slats stretching his luck? We'll be back in a moment. So, level off. When we left Slats, he had just contacted Billy and Jane in the palace chronometer room where they were being kept as hostages by Marston. Slats has promised to get them out. We find Slats now trying to figure out a way of helping Billy and Jane. Listen.
I wish I was as sure of myself as a sounder, but I couldn't let the kids know the spot we're in. I can't wait for Dantro and Pat. They may never show up. If only I could get help from Planaria Rex. Say, why not? There must be a radio that reaches there because I know Marston talks to his representative there. If I can get to it for a few minutes, maybe I'll be able to reach Judge Augustus. He'll know what to do. I'll try now. Where would it be? Near the throne room, I'm sure. Somewhere along here, there's... No, not this door. That's the council chamber. Maybe it's this one here. I'll try. That's it. I knew it was here somewhere. Now, if I can only have a few minutes. Yeah, let's see here.
I'm tired of excuses. That's all I hear. I'll give you just 24 hours to assemble the fleet and be ready to blast off for Earth. By then, Professor Darrow should be here with us, and we'll be certain of victory. Now get out, all of you. And remember, if any of you fail me, it will be your last mistake. Go. Come, Fema. We'll go and contact my representative on Planaria Rex. Perhaps he has some word from Professor Darrow.
Oh, I can't find the mic switch. Someone's liable to come in here any minute. Oh, here it is now. Hello, Planaria Rex. Calling Judge Augustus on Planaria Rex. Can you read me? Come in, Planaria Rex.
Hello, this is Planaria Rex. Who are you?
What goes on? What? You? Guards in here, quickly! Seize him, put him away. We'll deal with him later.
Pat, where are you? Pat, can you hear me?
Dantro, where are we? What's happened? Did the mindless men get us?
I don't know. We seem to have fallen into some sort of cave. At any rate, we're safe here from the mindless men. If they could get to us, they'd have had us by now.
Do you have a light or something?
I have some energy capsules for my flare gun. They took the gun when we were captured, but they overlooked the capsules. If I can find something to hold them with, I can use one as a torch. It'll burn for hours.
Here's an old piece of metal of some kind.
There, that's better.
Dantro, look. It's not a cave, it's a tunnel. See, you can see the carvings on the wall.
Well, it must be a part of those ruins. But I don't understand it. You must still be a mile or so away from the clearing.
Seems to go back the way we came.
I wonder... No, it couldn't be.
What are you thinking?
I was wondering if this could be a connection between these ruins and Marston's palace. I thought some of the foundation stones looked older than his palace.
Do you really think it's possible?
We're going to find out. Come on, we can't do ourselves or anyone else any good out here in the middle of the jungle. At least if we can get back inside the palace, we may be able to stop that maniac somehow.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Marston is determined to proceed with his plans for the conquest of Earth, even at the expense of Billy, Jane, and Slats. Can Marston persuade Professor Darrow to join his forces on Mars? We'll be back in a moment. But first, here is a message that Dantro the Planet Man wants you to hear. Tune in again for more transcribed thrills and adventures. Rocket millions of light years into space with Dantro, the Planet Man. The Planet Man.